This bout is brought to you by Jackson County Tow. They've been servicing the metro area for over 20 years. Big or small, we're always on our toes. Fighting out of the blue corner, Santos Verdinez. And fighting out of the red corner, Dylan Reischman.
Let's go! Right away, Big D, right away! Hey, those hands behind that jab. He's coming out southpaw. Weights, level changes right away. Goes in the right. Let's go, Dylan.
Call of Let's Go from referee Robert Hastings, round number 1. Our fight clock is presented by Hoy Excavating. Both fighters, as you see, in black trunks, blue glove tape for Santos Verdinez, red glove tape for Dylan Reischman.
Boy.
On the calf kick from Verdinez.
That calf kick was answered. Dylan did what's called a hacky sack defense, where he picks his leg up like he's kicking a hacky sack, and then return with a cross down the pipe.
Stepping on the right hand from Verdinez. Reischman staying long, tall stance.
Reischman has had both his fights under the FAC banner and has been very impressive in both those outings. In his debut, he showed his excellent grappling. Like we're seeing here, he shoots in on a single leg, runs him to the fence, tries to lift, gets the trip.
Kicking out the back leg, that was slick from Reischman.
But what I was saying, Sean, was in his second outing, he showed incredible striking. He made the conscious effort to not finish the fight with his grappling in the first round just to show off his striking. His corner was telling him, do not finish this fight with your grappling. And he listened.
Looking to stay active from the top position, Dylan Reischman. Verdinez looking for half butterfly guard. Reischman looking the posture.
We see Reischman pushing on that knee. Let's see if he tries to step to half here. Makes it to half guard.
Well done from Reischman, moving in the half guard out of half butterfly.
Doing a great job of applying shoulder pressure, just making it uncomfortable, keeping Verdinez's back flat on the mat to where he can't look to get up or scramble.
Right now, you can see Reischman is actually keeping calm, and this is very, very unique for someone that only has 2 fights. He's getting the position so he can inflict damage, and before he does that, where most people are going to try to inflict damage here.
Verdinez spinning out, giving his back. Looking, rolling Kimura on the Kimura sweep, now taking the back.
That was slick, that Kimura trap to the back take. Now to a body triangle. This is not where you want to be. Dylan Reischman is very long and lengthy for this weight class. This does not feel good.
Left hand. Santos Verdinez caught in the tight body triangle of Dylan Reischman. 45 seconds remaining, round number 1. Reischman thinking rear naked choke to finish.
Verdinez doing the right stuff here, defending, hand fighting, and then also applying pressure towards that body lock, right? Moving that knee to where the lock is towards the mat to apply some pressure.
Right hand's looking choke. You see the hand fighting on the inside. Nicely done under and through from Dylan Reischman. Showing his patience, showing his composure. Back to the right hand.
Dylan just needs to keep punching here. It's going to be hard to get the submission, but just getting the points and adding more frustration.
Now in the full mount.
And nothing like getting your face busted open to make the submission a little easier, right? No one wants to get punched in the face, so that opens up the submission. So good on Dylan to not just look for the sub, but to do some damage in the meantime.
Back mount still in the body triangle position for Reischman, and that is the end of round number 1 and a big opening round for Dylan Reischman. .ag. Round number 2.
What we saw in that first round was Verdinez didn't really have any answer for Dylan's ground game. On top, Dylan was able to pass through to half guard, then side control, eventually to a Kimura trap to end up taking his back and end up mounted at the end of the fight. So I think Verdinez wants to keep this fight on the feet here.
Big knee from Verdinez. Driven now back against the cage. Knee to the body partially lands from Reischman. Verdinez on the rear right uppercut.
Good sprawl by Verdinez. Ends up here on front headlock. I want to see him disengage here. We saw with the ground game that Dylan Reischman is pretty nasty and slick. So if I'm Verdinez, I'm disengaging and keeping this fight on the feet.
Verdinez is trying to set up it looked like he was trying to set up like an anaconda choke. But right now, Reischman's using that elevator right there, that butterfly hook, and that's going to help get Verdinez off balance to where he can get up or a sweep.
Top game now of Santos Verdinez. We saw the top game of Dylan Reischman in round number 1. 1 minute gone, second round. Closed guard now for Reischman. Verdinez posturing on his right knee.
I like what Verdinez is doing. He's actually keeping that pressure forward, and that's nullifying Reischman's attacks. But wow, what a quick triangle.
You see this
reverse
stack?
style?
The counter from this stack of Verdinez into the triangle from Dylan Reischman.
Reischman staying very active off his back. The first triangle attempt, he got a high stack on Verdinez's back. He defended well, but this one he's locking up is a reverse triangle. He went for an armbar first, then went for a reverse triangle, and he's trying to get this fully locked in.
He's gonna switch the angle real shortly, and that's gonna help get him the full
Verdinez got his other arm inside, and now he's out.
Good defense from Santos Verdinez. No panic, pulling his head free on the step over. Now to the left hand. Stack again from Santos Verdinez.
Verdinez again with his top pressure. This is gonna help him prevent any of these submission attempts and get in front of it, which he's doing great.
Verdinez looking to pass.
Reischman needs to start getting up. He needs to start using those sweeps or using his butterflies to create space to stand up. He's trying to play too much jiu-jitsu.
Big entry right hand. Big ground and pound. Now looking to take the back is Santos Verdinez. One hook in, both hooks in. 35 seconds remaining, round number 2.
Very impressed by Verdinez to swim to the back, landing big shots here. Dylan's got to move here.
Referee Robert Hastings taking a closer look. Left hand again. Fishing rear naked choke now is Santos Verdinez. There's the hand, there's the tap.
Wow.
There's the win for Santos Verdinez.
Very impressive win over a decorated purple belt in Dylan Reischman, who's competed at national tournaments. Just wow. I stand corrected. Earlier I said if I was Verdinez, I'd want to stand up in this situation. He showed us all why I was wrong. Here in the replay, we see big shots being landed from half guard, forcing Dylan to kind of go to his back here. Big shots are landing, Dylan goes to his back. Verdinez sinks in, puts his both hooks in, sinks in this choke, and it's more of a neck crank here. This is cranking on the jaw. It's either tapped or get your jaw snapped. So I think Dylan chose the latter there.
Our fight replay is presented by Major Pack. You can see the hand position of Dylan Reischman. Once the hand went up, you knew the end was near, and indeed, Jeff, more of a crank than a choke. So much pressure come from behind fashion after a big round number 1 for Dylan Reischman. Huge round number 2 for Santos Verdinez, all the way to his 5th win in 5 AMI MMA fights.
That right there, look, it's good to do jiu-jitsu. It's good to know jiu-jitsu, but when you can add punches, your belt rank starts going down. They've always said that, and as you can tell, you know, as a decorated purple belt, we just saw Verdinez come through and added punches to get that submission.
Our winner announcement is presented by Jack Daniels. Make it count. Here's Jason Nivens.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended at 2 minutes and 42 seconds of the second round. Your winner by tap out, rear naked choke, out of the blue corner, Santos Verdinez!
Very impressive win by Verdinez. That Dylan Reischman is no slouch on the ground. Negated his submission attempts, landed some big shots, forced Dylan to give up his back, and sunk in a neck crank for the win.